I'm out here terrorizing me.
On the ground with the rookie Devin Singletary. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. Calling an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on third and just a yard.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Check 4, check 4.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Singletary. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 39, Allen, incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. So the shotgun snap to Allen.
That's that flat.
And he comes back with one complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 21 yards there on third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Hey, exit.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen.
Interception, let's go!
One that's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. He's going through a rough patch throwing the football. 4 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive. Starts the game with a pick here.
But we did spend time with the head coach and the offensive coordinator and asked them, what did you see on tape? What did you see on film? And they talked about mechanics, making sure that he gets his feet underneath him, doesn't overstride, does a better job taking care of the football. And I think they're as shocked as anyone to see the first one of the game here in this one.
Yeah, he needs to start heeding their advice. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. You might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On second down, here's Locke.
Oh,
and his throw here's incomplete. Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver. And it's third down. The secondary, Charles, much maligned during the week. They didn't have their best game in the loss last week, but a nice play there.
Yeah, and I just know what they went through last week. I mean, ever since that time, the pride was hurt. They kept getting reminded of it in the local media, had to watch it on tape. And, you know, the coaches just got after them. They came in ready to play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And able to find Garçon. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Took my eyes off.
After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
Good game.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. This is Royce Freeman, second-year man from Oregon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. Throwing his Locke on third down.
Oh, good pick.
In the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That pick hurts a little extra because it was third down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
I seen Von Miller ass over down the
You on turbo too hard, huh? That was out of there. Yeah.
We're scoreless after one. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. From the 17, Allen. And down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
10 points. Y'all need this going.
No run call here. They look to throw instead. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it, they could have gotten it, but to get their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
And they got the safe completion on third. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10.
70 yards.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Let's go. 60 or.
Throwing on first down is Locke. This is Riddick on the screen. They find some open field here. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Let's go.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 37-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Riddick. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 21. Sutton is part of a good young receiving core for the Broncos. They liked Sutton enough last year. They traded away Demaryius Thomas, if you remember, halfway through the season. And Sutton, he responded. Rookie campaign, had over 700 yards, 42 catches for the man from Brenham, Texas, which is located halfway between Houston and Austin. Locke now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Let's go. You tighten up.
Block working out of the gun. He's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Jerry Hughes able to record his 5th sack of the season. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. This a 43-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first point. It's a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
3-0.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Box drop. 45. Hey, home. I want that. Give me that ball, defense.
From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Man.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at the 18. Great coverage there. Holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
Somebody get the motherfucker.
This will be taken short.
What the fuck?
And he is going to be taken down inside the 5 at the 4-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Broncos on the field ready to start their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a carry for Lindsey. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 7 yards there and a first down. Well, we talked about Phillip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Phillip Lindsay. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. A give, running right, Lindsey.
Why would you fall, nigga, with that?
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time. Forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Don't do this to me, dog. Come on. Man.
He said, don't do this to me. You motherfucker.
Man. They doing some real.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
You motherfuckers gonna do this to me?
It's locked. Huh? Got a man open. It's Sutton. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Breathe on me.
Down. 15-1. 15-1.
18.
Huh?
Is he passing the ball?
On 1st down. It's Lindsey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Sometimes in the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here we go. Set. 10 over. Let's go, D. Gonna be a long day.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lock. He completes this to Sutton.
Come on, go. Yeah! Let's go!
Cortland Sutton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos
I was
push
like,
further out in front.
please. I'm like,
Good sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They go right back to Singletary. And he is met in his tracks. Behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 2 yards. It's now 3rd down and 3.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Hey, Turd, I want you to play Aaron Donald.
As he'll come on to kick this one away.
Hey, I want you to play Aaron Donald. No, because we got to, when you go to the Bills or whatever.
The 25-yard line.
Not Bills,
they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
I heard Andy over there whooping ass, though.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go
good. Fuck out talking about.
When you scored points,
good
it's
shit,
a
boy.
better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things.
Shit.
A good pickup there, a 22.
Sutton out there trying to eat, dog. Let's go.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Lindsey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Ready? 60 on. I got it. Topper. Speed Griffin.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Shotgun snap to Locke. It's caught by Garcon. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 28.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Check 99. Check 99.
They'll run on first down. Lindsey. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Riddick with a carry. And they'll get this down to the 10. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down.
10-0, what?
They'll run with Lindsey.
Into
the end zone for a Denver score. Philip Lindsey with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive line, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
Hey,
they're smart, they
you should make a status on Facebook. He's like, hey,
after the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Like, hey, remember when I broke your arm?
At the goal line. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
We gonna give him a team.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Hey, you can do it, man. For hey, we ain't trying to set you up.
The Bills on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now this time, Allen will throw. He's going to let this one go.
Yeah! Oh, he got it!
Complete.
He got
and he's
that
taken
over.
down right at the 45-yard line.
Man!
30 yards.
You got a whole
Of
bunch
course,
of
the first down as well.
bunch of speed, man.
Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Get him in.
Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Mike 51. All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
A second down carry for Procise. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Fight back or something.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
That was a horrible read. Come on, man. That ain't got nothing to do with this
6
quarterback.
interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
Horrible read.
The easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. The tackle made by Levi Wallace.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Under 10, 10. Ready.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he is going to
Yeah,
stop cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Now that's a nice play.
It's run defense.
Can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back,
you got your Davies
everything
White,
you go through,
you got
holding up the runner,
man,
raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands. Whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand
All
tall
you
again
need
for
is
a
your
huge
Davies
4th
White.
quarter stop?
You better go into free agency.
Now.
On 3rd down, Locke.
I give you
How the fuck you
Incomplete.
ain't catch that,
Bold
bro?
play call there.
I give
Now
you
it's
a
4th
Clemens.
down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the
6'5",
defender was making sure his guy
92
couldn't
speed.
hold on to the
Good
football.
defense.
So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Ryan Quigley now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter.
What's up?
He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown.
Probably like in a month or so. No, that's the date they're giving us to go back, about a month. I'm saying May 4th, so that's being generous.
The Bills come to the line
It's a
to
lot of
start their
people that
next
go
drive.
back.
They're down big here
It's
late.
stuff
I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
No,
I see a play from a guy went through down huge. And so I said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Just get out of here. We'll do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Where y'all at?
On 1st down, Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't
Make
hold
sure
on
he
through the
brings my
contact.
phone
Brings up
with him.
2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Procise on the toss. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Watching that play unfold, watching him complete it, Brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Operating from the gun, Allen. He'll dump it off to Procise. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
He doesn't get announcements, and fuck him.
And they're going to line up and go for it here on fourth down.
Hey, Bryce, you hella funny.
Now a desperation throw deep.
No!
And Day goes taking it inside the 10, the 5 at the 6. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
Hey, Bryce, why I gotta be like that, B?
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside
Come
of
on,
the 5.
man. Kick a field goal.
Now Allen to throw.
Yeah, go!
To the goal line,
Come
but it's
on!
incomplete. TJ Yeldon, the one he was looking for.
What?
But it'll be second and goal.
Oh, shit.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now.
No!
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to
You
go.
run the Wildcat with 2
So
seconds
this one will
left.
wind up a Denver victory, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
Did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys are nails out there.
So for Denver, they move back over 500 now at 6-5, and they will head back
Broncos
home
fucking
next
suck. They
week.
way better
Meanwhile,
than
for Buffalo, the problems just get
Bills way
worse and
better
worse
than
as
them.
they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday afternoon at around 3:30 Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Dallas. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, who won the Super Bowl this year? Chiefs. Chiefs got shut out one game. The Chiefs got shut out one game. Yeah. I forgot who it was, but what's the name was hurt that game. Yeah, it was his one game that he was hurt, and it was talking about he had the Madden curse and shit. Yeah. I think they got shut out there. What place you in, T-Wall?
I'm in second place in the division.
Oh, you in the division with Darian. All you gotta do is beat Darion, you get first place. Darion can't run the ball, so just play the pass against him.
Wow.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team got it, that's a big number. Hey, foreign cards,
Got me.
foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be best though. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more best though. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, let me pesos. Hit your sus, I'ma place those. Never save no name.
Yeah.
We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard.
Did you get what's the name? Shit, Grand Theft Auto.
100-minute bag, that's a big number.
Download.
Big numbers.
You get turn off Madden and shit so it can download faster.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man. Got it.
Marco, where you at?
Man can't ball like this, man. Pass the big scam and stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards. You just on your
You in the courts?
No, I just got to finish. I know that. You know what it is. Warm up this good old time.
She wanna like me cause I like she can count on him. She try to be nosy and hit her max. She like, girl, you can count on him. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team got it, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team got it, that's a big number.
Bless ya.
Chiefs 8-3.
Ziggy, sit down.
That's all I got.
Hey, go to the NFC side. Let me see if I'm winning in anything.
You the Packers, right?
Yeah.
Damn. Well, since you talking, offensive player of the year, Aaron Jones is in first place.
Oh shit.
Damn.
Damn, and Devontae Adams up there too.
Rashawn Gary in fifth place in defensive player of the year. Damn.
Hey, he gets loose. That nigga hella strong.
And who else is up? Buccaneers in first place for quarterback. Damn. He got
Been that motherfucker clean.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do this, my team nation real quick.
My team nation. It's a my team nation.
I mean, not my team nation, you know the one for my players. Yeah.
I think this the last week. It's over with tomorrow.
You want the My Player Nation?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I'm finna do that motherfucker too.
I'm finna do mine real quick too. Yeah, I'm finna do mine. Fuck that, I need that shooting badge.